Hi there everyone, Happy New Year, welcome back to Tomorrow Gaming where we talk about open world RPG AAA games. And let's get right into it. I know this is going to be a very controversial subject, to be honest with you, but I don't care. This has to be said. It's something I've been thinking about for the last 10 years that I've been playing Assassin's Creed. And that is the fact that Assassin's Creed, the series, the game series, is the best game ever made, the best game series ever made. And every Assassin's Creed game for me is the equivalent of a GTA 5 game. Obviously, if we talk about older Assassin's Creed games, it can obviously be a little bit exaggerated. But if we talk about the newer Assassin's Creed games starting from Assassin's Creed Origins, there's no. I feel then that actually gets better than GTA 5. I'm just. The reason I am kind of comparing it to GTA is just because of how big GTA is. And I feel like people feel like that's the best game ever made. Which, if you feel that way, awesome stuff. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're passionate about it. But yeah, this is my opinion on Assassin's Creed. So let's just get right into it on the very first reason why Assassin's Creed is the best game ever made, or the biggest game ever made, rather. Both counts, doesn't matter. So map size. For games like The Witcher, GTA, Skyrim, for them to have made those maps took them a lot of years, right? I'm not sure about GTA 5 and Skyrim's development, but as we all know, Skyrim has been in development, or Elder Scrolls 6 has been in development for more than 10 years, and GTA 5 is also coming now on 10 years or more, and that's just making one map, where Assassin's Creed has been making huge maps, like crazy huge maps. Um, every other year or every third year, and it's quite an amazing feat. It's absolutely bonkers if you think about it. It's insane, and these are not just are they huge maps that are bigger in most cases than games like The Witcher, GTA 5, or Skyrim, but which are known as huge games. But also, it's not empty worlds. It's not empty maps. It's completely filled with people, with NPCs. It's filled with side quests. It's filled with missions. There's a lot of exploration going on. I mean, you can randomly go and pet a cat or a dog in the street. Just interact, like small things like that. And there's so much detail that people overlook, people that or that people don't even really consider or think about. And it's not always about what you should do in the game, but just knowing what is possible to do in the game. To knowing that if I wanted to do something, anything that I wanted in this game, I could, even though I don't necessarily want to or need to. And that just makes the game feel so alive, and I feel like that's where Assassin's Creed stands out a lot. And it's very, very impressive. And now, why this is bigger and better than any other game or game franchise is their consistency. They are making huge maps, huge games like this every 3 years, and that's very impressive because it takes, like I said, games like Elder Scrolls 6 and GTA 6 10 years to make one map. Now, these games are going to be great, and they are going to be way better and bigger than the games we already have. So it might not be a super realistic comparison at this point until we actually see the games. But in comparison to Skyrim, in comparison to GTA 5 or The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, it's a pretty mind blowing thought. If you really think about it, like the way I'm trying to get it over to you guys in this video, just so you know that it's a big deal. Assassin's Creed is a big deal, and there's a lot of complaints about a lot of small things, which I feel is very unnecessary. I feel like fans are very ungrateful, gamers in general, of just how big and beautiful Assassin's Creed is, because it's doing what takes other games at least 5, 6 to 10 years. It does that in 3 years. And the reason they can do that is because they have companies, a lot of companies, that is already making the next game while another company is making a smaller game. So they give us some crumbs, which could be the smaller Assassin's Creed games, which are still big games. And then, if 3 years in the makes of that game, they release this big game, and that's such a smart strategy. And Ubisoft really deserves our money. I don't feel like Rockstar or CD Projekt Red or all of these other companies deserves our money as much, just because we've been waiting 10 years to play our beloved games, and we played them a few years ago, and now they got some remastered graphics, and that's that. And we just left in the dark and stuck playing other games that we don't actually want to play, but it's all we have to play because those our beloved games not getting content. And now that we're on the topic of content, that reminds me, Assassin's Creed has so much content. Like I said, more or less every 3 years we're getting a new Assassin's Creed game, and we're getting a lot of DLCs, story wise, outfit wise, mount wise, a lot of DLCs and games. The consistency is beautiful with Assassin's Creed. If you are an Assassin's Creed fan, you are super lucky. Versus if you were a Witcher fan or a Elder Scrolls fan, not as much content, to be honest. Gameplay wise, obviously, what makes Assassin's Creed unique is parkour and stealth. Combat also recently, I mean, since Assassin's Creed Origins, combat has been amazing, of the best combat we've ever seen in games, and it just outshines all the rest, to be honest with you. So, parkour, that's such a huge part of Assassin's Creed, and it's such a beautiful way to explore a game and explore a world, and it's not something that's easily done in other games. I went back to Witcher 3, and it was just terrible to climb on small rocks at times, and it was quite frustrating. But it's an old game, so at this point it makes sense. But yeah, and then there's stealth, and there's the combat is fantastic. Stealth is one thing; it's also fun, and you can choose what you want to do. It's not that you're forced to do that. So yeah, and then there's historical authenticity. It's a very historical game. It's like a history simulator / teacher, so it's pretty cool. I mean, in what way and world, except now for movies, can you actually go into history and explore? But before I get too carried away, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is my opinion on why Assassin's Creed is the biggest game, the best game series ever made. And I'm comparing this to Skyrim, GTA 5, to The Witcher, to Hogwarts Legacy. Honestly, this is the best game series ever made, and I feel like other games should learn from this, especially if we are big fans of them. Thank you so much for giving me your time. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Did I make some good points? Did I make some bad ones? What's your opinion? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on my next one.